Dearest readers, welcome to my first Christmas vlog. For the occasion, I thought I would take you around Concord with me to visit all my favorite spots. No trip to Concord is complete without a stop at Orchard House, if only to peruse their gift shop which sells all things Louisa May Alcott, along with pretty gift items such as these beautiful journals. I love to take a little time to think about the lives of the Alcott family, especially Louisa and her sisters Anna, Beth, and May. There is something about knowing them so well, through reading Little Women, that always leaves me feeling nostalgic. Next door to Orchard House is a home whose walls must be magic, as they sheltered three of our beloved authors, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Margaret Sidney, and Louisa May Alcott. The Alcott family lived here before moving to Orchard House, and of all my times visiting Concord, I have not yet toured the interior, so it's a must for my next visit. I'll bring you along when I do. Feeling in need of refreshment, we headed to a favorite coffee shop. Nestled between thick hedges where busy birds make their home is Haute Coffee, a favorite of ours with its lavender lattes and cozy brick-walled interior. From the coffee shop window, you can see the side entrance to the Concord bookshop, which has a wonderful children's section, and we enjoyed looking through all the holiday books on display. Our next stop was Fritz and Gigi, which sells the most beautiful children's clothes and toys, and was first opened on December 1st, 1938. And in 1940, Louisa Alcott Cousin, a cousin of Louisa May Alcott's, took over. My son played in this play area when he was a toddler, which brought a smile to my face. Exit Fritz and Gigi, look left and signs will point you to the Barrow bookstore, an excellent spot to get second-hand books. Among the treasures are Folio Society, Easton Press, and a wonderful selection of children's books. There is also an impressive selection of rare copies of Little Women, and I enjoyed viewing the first editions and chuckling at the titles of some pirated copies on display. The day was getting late, so, crossing the street, we headed to our favorite spot of all, a curiosity shop called Nesting. Upstairs, tucked back, and never knowing what treasures you might find, this shop is aptly named. I never leave the store without finding a Christmas ornament, card, candle, beautiful book, or whatnot to enjoy, and this visit was no different, which I'll share with you back home in Maine. Hi everyone, I'm back home in Maine now, and I hope you enjoyed that tour of our favorite spots in Concord. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had a very nice, quiet Thanksgiving. And the day after Thanksgiving, we had some friends come over that Friday night, and we had a lovely dinner of leftovers, and our kids watched a Christmas movie, the first movie of the season, which of course was The Grinch being played by Benedict Cumberbatch, is like the best. It's a family favorite. We always watch it. I used to live in Boston, about 20-30 minutes away from Concord. So one of my best friends and I would visit there quite frequently, and sometimes we would take our sons and we'd take them to Walden Pond to go swimming, and then sometimes we would just go, she and I, and we would have a lovely shopping trip and visit some cozy shops and buy some books and have coffee. So I thought I would take you with us and show you all my favorite spots in Concord. I also want to show you some of the things that I purchased in Concord, which wasn't a lot. I was kind of saving my money for Christmas shopping that I knew I had to do for other people. I have a huge family, so lots of presents to buy. But for now, I wanted to show you this mug, which I bought at Nesting, which is one of our favorite shops, by the way. It's just so wonderful. I mean, it extends into the back and the whole shop is full of beauty. And I love the way that the shop is arranged and the displays of the items for sale. It's just so beautiful. They always do a remarkable job, no matter which season you visit it in. It's always decorated for the season. And they sell some of the most spectacular things there. I was kind of looking for a mug that was sort of Christmassy, sort of autumn at the same time, that would work for both seasons. And I found this one and I love it. And I, of course, love hedgehogs, so that worked for me. And yeah, we always save it for the very last spot because it's just a wonderful treat to go into that store and you walk up the stairs and you really feel like you're going into a bird's nest. Again, I'm going to take a sip of coffee here because it's been calling my name. Because Thanksgiving is so early this year, I feel, you know, that Sunday when you fall back in the autumn where you get an extra hour and the whole day you feel like you're just on top of the world and it's like, wow, I've gotten so much done. I can't believe it. Well, I've got that feeling this year because Thanksgiving was so early. I've already got my cards mostly out. We've got our tree already. We've got all the decorations out. Most of my Christmas shopping is done. I might actually be able to enjoy Christmas this year and take it slow. I'm so excited. And actually read a book for me. I mean, my son and I are always reading stories. That's given, but a Christmas short story that I can read. And so yeah, I'm very excited about that. I've picked up Little Women and I've started reading some Little Women. I actually read Little Women last year, but I'm reading it again for my book club, and I also want to just go back to my favorite passages and read some of my very special chapters, which I really love, so that'll be great. Let me show you what I picked up. First of all, I wanted to show you that I got this at the Concord bookstore, and it's an advent calendar, and it's illustrated by Quentin Blake. Now, my son actually has an advent calendar that his Nana gave him, a Pokemon advent calendar. But I wanted to get one of these just because, first of all, I love Quentin Blake, but also because I've never actually had one of these flat ones where you look inside the flap and there's something there. I don't know if it's just going to be the number or if it's going to be a quote or something, and so I wanted to get it because I was curious. Like usually the advent calendars we have something in them to get, so I just was curious about what's under these flaps. So I'll let you know in my next video because we will be into December then, so I wanted to show you that. Also, I wanted to show you that when we went to Barrow Bookstore, which is the used bookstore, I love that store so much, but I found another Penguin Orange classic. So as you know, I'm collecting these. There's 12 of them. I've got 2 of them that I've showed you so far. And I was excited. White Noise by Don DeLillo. I'm not really sure how to say that. I'm kind of terrible because I know nothing about the story, but it's a Penguin Orange classic, so I just got it. I'll read it at some point. I was just very excited to find this one. Another book I found at Barrow's bookstore was this book by Robert Graves called The Green Book, and it's illustrated by Maurice Sendak. And I just was intrigued. I thought it looked really interesting. Look at that cover. It originally came out in 1962, and this one is a republishing from 2018. Such a cute illustrations. And what the story is about is the little boy named Jack who's forced to go on walks with his aunt and uncle, and he feels mistreated because he has to go on these walks, you know, and from his perspective, that's what he feels. And he finds this magic green book up in the attic. and he decides that he's going to change himself into an old man and trick his aunt and uncle with a card game where they lose everything. And he finds out in the end that they actually care more about him than they do about all the things in their life. So there's the actual magic. I haven't actually read this to my son quite yet. I'm going to do that, but we're making our way through a very, very thick dinosaur book right now, along with the never-ending story. So those two books kind of take up all of our time at the moment. So I have to be careful about this next thing that I show you because it's one of my son's holiday gifts. So I'm just going to pop it up on the screen and not say a word because my son sometimes hangs out while I'm editing, so I don't want him to see what he's getting. So I want it to be a surprise for him. So here it is. So yeah, that is going to be a surprise for him. And I wanted to show you my new material from Mary Meckham. I bought it on Black Friday during a really great sale. So I just got a yard of material. I love their patterns. Over the years, I've picked up a few of their patterns and reupholstered chairs with them. So I just wanted to show it to you. So our bird feeder hangs right outside our dining room, and as we sit at the dining room table, we watch the birds land on the bird feeder. So I had this idea that throughout the winter months, I will end each video with a different bird. So I thought that might be something fun. I can't guarantee that it will always be a different species because during the winter months, there is a limited amount of birds that visit us. It's just the hardy, tough guys that hang around. But I thought it might be fun in spring when some of the early arrivals come. I'll keep doing it then. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you about that idea that I had. So I'll start with this video and end it with a bird. We also have a huge holly bush right outside our window that birds love to come and play in. Especially when the cedar waxwings come in the spring is one of my favorite days because they all descend upon this holly bush. And I just love to stand at the window and check them out and watch them. They're amazing. But anyway, so I just wanted to tell you about that little idea I had that I thought would be fun, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will be putting out another video next Saturday because I wanted to show you my illustrated versions of Little Women, and I didn't quite get to it on this video. So I'll put it out next Saturday. Until then, I hope that you have a wonderful week and stay warm and enjoy the season, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.